very important.
Fuck yeah, but yeah, bro. That's pretty much how it is. But how you been, bro? I ain't talked to you in a fucking minute.
Yeah, I know, bro. Busy. Well, so I graduated at the beginning of this year. So I wasn't fighting the beginning of this year because I was taking school seriously. Like I was really concentrating on graduating.
Okay.
So I graduated up at CU.
Oh shit.
Yeah, with
Up in Boulder?
yeah, with a political science degree.
Oh fuck yeah,
So
bro.
that's what's up. So then I'm actually trying next year in January. I'm gonna be hired on with the police department as
Oh fuck.
as a detective.
Damn,
Yeah,
damn.
bro, so that'll be cool.
That's
That'll be
fucking
cool.
fire,
So I can
bro.
pay for the rest of my law school.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna pay for that shit.
Yeah,
Shit's
fuck
expensive as
that.
fuck, bro. So
Fuck
I'm like,
yeah,
fuck
bro.
that.
Oh my god. That's fucking dope though, cuz you always very you were very adamant about your beliefs in high school for sure, bro.
Sure,
Like
bro.
you and you still are.
Yeah.
So that's a good place to be though.
For
Like
sure.
really be able to try and get your feet wet in the ground and
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
really start impact some change.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool, especially because like, my girl would be worried if like
Mhm.
I was out there on the field. You know what I mean? Like as a cop
Yeah.
type shit.
Yeah.
I'm behind the desk, so I'm cool.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that action, but not enough to where it
Exactly.
makes your loved ones concerned about your well being day in and day out. Yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, so I took time off at the beginning of the year.
Mm.
Just focus on that, and then as soon as I started training again, like I said, my grandma, and then we like really started taking care of her.
Yep.
And she passed, so I haven't been fighting. I recently just got back into the gym.
Are you still training over there at Troublemaker?
Yeah, of course I am. I love it.
Fuck
That's
yeah,
the only
bro.
place I go, bro. Like, Coach
No,
Pedro is about it. Like, he's the coach that gets on your ass.
Oh, fuck
That's the
yeah.
only coaches I like.
Yeah, when we went with him, I know it was only a few times, but with a guy like that kind of personality,
Right.
you pick up on it right away.
Immediately.
And we went a few times, and I would be going, bro, but I'm out on the road 5 days a week, so I really don't even live in Colorado anymore. But yeah, bro. Yeah.
It's a no fuck around sport. Like, you can't play in that shit, and he knows that.
yeah.
So you need a coach that's like that. Like,
Very
we
adamant.
don't fuck around in here. Like, it's not a game. We're here to get. This
Yeah,
shit
this
done.
is it's the saying, we don't play fighting.
Yeah. I
That's
love
really
that
how
shit.
it is.
I really do.
Yeah, and you're fucking really good at it, bro.
I think I've tried my best, bro. I want to spar.
Yeah.
I go around Colorado a lot. That's what I've been doing, and sparring as many dudes as I can.
Okay.
There's this dude I sparred actually right before my grandma was she was going through her shit. We did a charity fundraiser.
Oh,
Fight
okay.
thing for
Yeah.
for cancer. So
Oh,
we're helping out a whole bunch
shit.
of kids, and
Yeah.
families with their shit by paying for with this shit.
Yeah.
Fights, you know
With
what I
the
mean? Fight
tickets
money.
and shit. Yep.
Yeah, so I did that. I fought this other pro. He's really fuck good. He's from here.
Oh,
If you wanna
okay.
check him out. I would do it. His name's Christian. I gotta get his last name. He was good, bro. And Loki, just to like get in there and work with him was Taiki the shit. I'm about to hit him up again soon and get in some sparring work. Cause
Yeah, that'd
the
be
way he worked
fire.
angles was.
Oh,
fucking
was
great.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like,
one thing.
I could have power, but when dudes know how to work angles, it's harder to land those power shots,
Yeah.
and then they just keep tapping you, so you get more frustrated. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh yeah, and it just starts to steamroll and
Like I at least got some good shots in there, but like, bro, he was.
yeah, you get frustrated in there. You don't know where they're gonna be, like you said,
and
the
luckily I was
angles.
just watching him because I was really like I was entranced by how his fighting was. I really liked it.
That's the beautiful thing, though.
Oh, and then in the summer, I think of fucking no this year,
Uh.
no last year, because my girl's in fucking no this year because my girl left to Oregon for college. But anyways, before she did that, this summer we had a trip out to Cali. And there was a whole day where I just went around in Cali hitting up gyms for sparring.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
bro. So I went to where did I get into? I went to Bomber's gym, and then I went to there's a couple of places. I went to Canelo's old gym, the one he used to go to in San Diego. That one was dope.
Oh.
Those dudes bang, bro.
Oh, I
Those dudes
bet.
bang. I loved how they spar. Because usually it's like, yo, you gotta like, it's like tag. You like tap,
Yeah.
not too hard. You know what I mean? I liked how they spar.
Oh,
'Cause
they really
it's-
getting it
You
in.
get into it because like you're training for a fight.
Yo, fuck
You
yeah.
gotta be used to it.
Yeah, the most experience is actual experience.
So I really liked how they sparred. I loved it
Okay.
out there. That was
Okay.
my favorite experience.
I can imagine, bro.
Shit.
Especially being a Hispanic boxer and you're boxing
Treat
in
me like a fighter,
Canelo's
bro.
gym. Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. I wanted to find his actual gym. That shit's so on the low though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Does he train in the States?
He trains, dude. He lives out in San Diego.
Oh shit!
lives out
I
in
thought
San
he
Diego.
was living in Mexico.
So this is on low shit. I don't know if I should say it, but I will. I'll fuck it. Fuck it. It was fucking on the shit. But my uncle, he was a nurse after he got out of the military. So he was a Marine, and he got
Okay.
out and he became a nurse. But he was a nurse for Canelo. Like they went into his fucking hospital.
Shit.
They're like, don't tell anyone. Day one of this fucking meeting him, he takes a picture of him, sends it to me after, and he's like, they said we couldn't tell anyone. I just want to let you know. And I was like, no, you can't fucking tell anyone.
That's fucking.
I was like, but you gotta let me meet him now. And
That's
then
crazy.
literally, I think 3 days after he texted me, there's a post on Facebook. He posts on Facebook.
Oh my god.
And then they never saw him again. I'm like, I wonder why, bro. Like,
It's
I
like,
wonder
dude,
why.
I haven't seen him in a while. Like, probably because they basically had you sign an NDA and your ass got on the book and started posting pictures of him.
Fucked it up. Like, I get if you texted it to your family. Like,
Yeah,
they won't know.
That's on the low.
They
Like,
won't
hey,
know.
keep this between you
Post it
and
on
I.
Facebook.
Yeah. Fuck it. Who's gonna see it then? Yeah, bro. That would be crazy though. I know you watch a lot of the boxing, and I want to kind of get into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big news as of late is the whole Ryan Garcia
Versus
Tank
Tank
Davis.
Davis. It's gonna be a beautiful fight. Beautiful
Wow.
fight. I can't wait for it.
How you see that one shaking out?
It's
from
it's
your
gonna be gorgeous.
perspective?
It's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be definitely one of those like big like of the century fights or like of the decade fights.
Yeah.
Because Ryan, he's an upcoming star ever since like he was like ever since he went pro.
Yeah.
Man didn't even go to high school because he was
Oh
straight up
shit.
pursuing his
I didn't
boxing.
even
Yeah,
know that.
He was fully dedicated. Like he dropped out
Damn.
and went straight for it. It paid off.
Hell
He's
yeah.
doing great. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
They both have that one punch knockout power. I think if Tank stuck to the way he used to fight when he started, like he fought like a little Tyson. He fought like a lightweight Tyson. Just came forward and like a fucking
Yeah, he
wrecking ball.
didn't give a shit.
That was the best of him that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's with Floyd, though, it's changed up a little bit. He's very defensive.
Yes, I've noticed.
Which he did fight. What's his fucking name? Fuck, I can't think. The last dude he knocked out.
The one where he hit him with the uppercut down
Yeah,
the center
yeah,
line and
yeah,
he fell
yeah.
basically out the ring.
Exactly.
Leo Santa Cruz.
No, not Leo Santa Cruz. After that one.
Oh fuck! I
It was
didn't
a
watch
hook. It was
after
the
that one.
overhand hook. He went boom and stepped to the side and he was out. But the other dude was whooping him most of it, and then he got that power shot. But he got it because he was leaning forward.
Yep.
I say Ryan's a little different. He's a defensive fighter, but he likes to watch for openings, and he's fast. I just hope the only thing I hope for is he goes back to boxing because he's been in the camp with the Reynosos, and they've been very power left hook hungry, and they've been training that shit so much that he's forgetting the jab, the right, the
Yeah,
1-2,
the
1-2,
basics, Yep.
and he's beautiful at it because Ryan has speed.
Oh
He
fuck
has a lot
yeah!
of fucking
Electric
natural
speed.
and even his right hand just cracks you. You
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh yeah.
So I feel like if he fights like that in this fight, he's gonna do really good. If he's going for that one shot, Tank's going 2-2, and Tank has a very good chin. So I think he'd have the upper hand in that match. We'll have to see because I think it's gonna be great. Either way, it's gonna be a wonderful fight.
Yeah.
I would say I'm going for Ryan.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I'm soy Chicano, bro. I gotta go for
Yeah,
that
you gotta
shit.
do
But
that.
all luck to Tank too. I respect all warriors that get in that fucking
Oh
ring. You gotta
fuck
have
yeah,
balls,
bro. Yeah, that's a different beast. Yeah, when I saw that got announced, and then both of them basically having their tune-up fights before they get into
Yeah,
it. I'm interested to see how it goes.
that was kind of stupid too. Because what if you lose?
That's the risk and that's why I liked it because boxing is not into that. Like when they have the money fight,
That's
they
it.
do the money fight. Like they're not going to run that risk because as soon as you have a one in that loss column, it really starts to get dicey in boxing.
Which I think is kind of fucked up. It's more of a modern thing. It
Yeah.
happened post Floyd Mayweather.
Absolutely.
It really did.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Because before that, you could have been you're Ali. Ali lost. Ali has losses.
Yep.
Tyson has losses. But that's
Yep.
because they fought monsters.
Yay.
They fought monsters.
Yeah.
Like
Fuck
Canelo.
yeah.
Canelo has a loss now
Yeah.
because he's fought monsters.
Yeah. Everybody.
Like you can't name someone Canelo hasn't fought yet.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
true.
badass. Like and has taken the fight. I've wanted him to fight. What is it? The Charlo brothers. They've been ducking him because
Oh
fought
yeah.
them. Fucking live
Fuck
them.
yeah.
They're good. They're good fighters. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. They're wonderful fighters.
Mhm.
But they kept calling out Canelo. But he's like, you're not good enough to fight me, bro.
Yep.
You're not that name.
Mm-hmm.
he's been taking big fucking challenges, and that's gonna risk your career to take.
Oh, hell yeah!
And that's what I think is more glorious than the and-oh.
Yeah.
Me as a fighter, I think taking on those big names cements you more as a warrior than the and-oh.
Yeah, that's the big thing with when it comes to comparison, like the comparison between the UFC or MMA against boxing, is they just those guys put it all on the line every time. They don't give a fuck about the undefeated record. I mean, yeah, you got the two guys in MMA that are superstars that are undefeated and are considered the GOATs, and John Jones and Habib. But you look at it like the guys that are also mentioned, Anderson Silva has lost quite a bit. Conor McGregor has lost quite a bit. George St. Pierre lost quite a bit.
Nate Diaz.
Yep, Nate Diaz. You name all these different superstars, and they've all come to that loss.
And they're badasses.
Oh, fuck yeah. There's no argument that can be made.
I wouldn't take them. Like, Heike in the octagon, I wouldn't fuck with them.
Oh, fuck no.
Fuck no. Especially grapplers, bro, I wouldn't know. I'm not going to lie to you and say, like, I know some shit. No, I don't.
Yeah, nah. And whatever you think you know, you realize real fucking quick you don't know shit with those guys.
Like, dude, that's why Floyd didn't go to the octagon. If we're gonna talk about
boxing. Yeah.
That's why he didn't go to the octagon. It was a business move.
Oh yeah, and he's the best businessman in professional sports. Period.
I say he was a businessman before he was a boxer, and definitely before he was a warrior.
Oh hell yeah, he's definitely put that.
When he was young, I'd say he got in battles. He got smart, and he was like, "I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take the fights I need to take."
Yep.
And be smart about it.
Yeah, and there's no knock to his game, because when it comes to the defensive side of boxing, nobody does it better than Floyd.
He does do it really good. He does do it really good.
Like
I'd say it's a little bit of leeway though too, because if he wasn't the face of Vegas at the time, the refs wouldn't have let him. You know, he pawed.
Yeah.
And he held.
Yeah.
Which is very
defensive, that makes sense. Yeah.
But shouldn't be allowed. I think there should be points taken away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Canelo, I would say, is very beautiful.
Absolutely.
Canelo, Mike Tyson, Ali.
Oh yeah.
And fuck, who am I thinking of? Who's the? Damn it! Did you see who Canelo lost to last? Forgetting his name right now.
Oh fuck! I know who you're talking about, but for some reason, the only name that keeps coming to my mind is Usage, and that's not at all right.
No. But anyways, this dude's. He is like
the way he controls. Caleb, was it Caleb Plant?
No, not Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant's good, but I don't think he's not like this guy. Bivol.
Oh, okay, yep.
Bivol's a mean motherfucker.
Yep.
The way he controls range is amazing, and I'd say that's defensive.
Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah.
If you could control the range to where you just need to take one step to be in and one step out, it's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, that's what you look for, especially. Yeah. Yeah, that's the key foundation.
Mikey Garcia used to do that. He's one of my favorite fighters. It's kind of sad that he took a big fight with Earl Spence and then kind of went away. But if you have the time, if you have the move to step out of the game, and you're like, I'm gonna step out.
Yeah, leave when you got your chickens. Like Marshawn says it. I'm gonna make sure that I do this long enough to get what I need out of it, and then the minute I achieve that, I'm getting the fuck out. There's no point.
Have, like, a family and shit.
Yeah.
You're like, I can step away now.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I'm going to focus on the things, and especially in a sport as dangerous as fighting, you have to be cognizant of the fact that the more damage you continue to allow yourself to be put through, it's taking years off the back end, and you're missing out on stuff, and it can get ugly quick.
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
No, I think when it comes to distance control, a guy, I think, and I know we've talked a little bit about UFC and
talk about it.
In other medias, but a guy that I think if you haven't seen that you should definitely look into when it comes to the defensive fighting, when it comes to MMA, is Rod Adesanya. Like the last style bender.
Yeah, I love him.
That is a beautiful fighter.
Beautiful fighter. I love everything he does.
Like,
he handles it beautifully.
Oh my god! When he loses, he handles loss just as well as he does when he wins.
And that's so hard to see.
Oh fuck yeah, bro!
I thought that's how Anthony Joshua. Do you know who Anthony Joshua was? Okay, Anthony Joshua when he lost to
Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz. When he lost to Andy Ruiz, he was very humble.
Oh yeah.
I think it's because he knew he could come back and take that one.
Yeah.
And then when he lost to Usyk, he didn't look okay after that. Like even in the post-fight interview, he was off the rails. He did not like taking that loss.
I didn't see that one.
He didn't seem very humble. So I am very happy that he can take it both ways. He's a good dude.
Yeah, because obviously that's my favorite fighter, period.
He's a badass.
and just to see the way he handled his last loss, where he's dominating a guy for 4 rounds. In the 5th round, he looks like he's primed to walk away and win the, like, take his belt home, go on his happy ass way, and then gets TKO'd in the final, I think, like 3 minutes of the fight. And he's like, in the moment, I was pissed that the guy stopped the fight, but I talked to my corner, and my corner said it was a good stoppage, and I trust and love my corner. I'm not gonna argue with it. I'm not gonna complain. And just watching his, like, I've watched a lot of his fight breakdowns where guys are like, this is fucking insane. Like, to see a guy do the shit he does, where he's like so cognizant of where he is at all times.
Gorgeous.
It's fucking baffling, bro.
Like, it blows my mind. This is why I love to watch UFC as well. Like, I might not know as much about it, but I do love to tune in and watch it all the time. It's because any fighting sport, any sport in general, someone that's mastered it down to a technical level, you can watch it. You can watch all the cogs turn in their head, and it's like they're playing chess.
Oh yeah,
on a 3D level, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah. I mean, you see, like, the one I was watching was actually the poster behind me when he fought Paulo Costa.
Yeah,
is they got basically what they call the racing stripe, which is that last octagon print in the cage.
Yeah,
he did not allow himself to walk, like, he would stand on it. But his heel would never cross the back line, because he knew that if he was up against the cage, that was what Paulo liked to do, was get a guy's back to the cage and just start unleashing. And he knew, nope, move. And he was always moving, and it just looked like the guy was in a league like no one could compete with, because it was like 5 steps ahead. He was doing everything, and they wanted to get him into the antics, and he was like, no. Yeah. Like, we're not doing the antics, bro. Like, I'm going to fuck you up. Yeah. And so watching him fight, and then, like I said, the humility, yet also the arrogance to him as well. Like, I know I'm the best. Like, cool, what? I lost? Like, when he lost going up for the light heavyweight belt. When he moved up a weight class and tried to fight, that was Jan Blachowicz at the time. When he lost, he was winning the fight until he got taken down and held down. Right. Most people's would have been like, oh, that's bullshit. Like, homie held me down. Like, that's the easiest cakewalk to a victory when you're fighting a dude 40 pounds lighter than you. Like, what the fuck? No, he was like, no. Like, it is what it is. This is a side quest. I'm going to go back to middleweight. I'm going to rule my class with my black iron fist. And doesn't give a fuck. And, like, watching him is beautiful, and the way that the sport is changing as a whole, especially in MMA.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, bro.
You know who I like seeing in these kind of sports? I like that Logan Paul. I really like him.
Oh, really?
I really like him. And here's why. And people don't talk about this at all, but he's getting the fighters paid.
That's very true.
The promoters paid. He's getting the fighters paid. Without the fighters, they wouldn't have the shows they do. And he's getting them paid.
Yep.
I respect him, and I respect all the work he's putting in. He's training like a fighter, and he's fighting like a fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody starts pro boxing fighting monsters.
Yeah.
Nobody starts fighting big fucking names.
Yeah, you're not going in fighting the best.
I understand where he's coming from. So he fought an amateur when he was an amateur. He fought a boxer that prepped for it, same amount of time. I mean, a basketball player.
Nate Robinson.
Yeah. Yep. And then he fought a grappler from the UFC.
Yep.
Which was also an amateur. So that was his second fight, though, as a boxer.
Yeah.
As a boxer, that was his second fight. He's not going to fight anyone big.
Yeah.
And then he knocked out a fighter. He's moving up. And he wanted to fight Tyson Fury's brother. Tyson Fury's brother won't fight him.
Yeah, he ducked that fight. Super tough. What's his name? Tommy Fury?
Tommy Fury.
Yep.
And it's because, you know what Tyson said? Yeah. He said, if you lose to him, you're no longer a Fury. So that got in his head, and he's like, I might lose.
Shit.
I can't do that.
Yeah. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, he told him that.
Oof. Yeah, that would fuck with your mental, bro. And at that point, you're not willing to risk that, especially with a dad that's...
I feel like Logan Paul would win. He's not that good.
I haven't ever watched Tommy fight.
Tommy's not that good. He's all right. Don't get me wrong. He's a pro fighter.
Yeah,
but he fights bums, and he's kind of stiff. I'm not gonna lie.
He does look when he's moving stiff.
Don't fuck me up if you see this, Tommy Fury. Please, you're like.
He's like, we could be cool.
Twice my size, my guy.
Yeah, he's fucking.
You'll throw me across the ring.
Yeah, he's massive, bro.
Which is another thing people don't get when they talk about is like people, because some people come up to me and they're like, "Oh, weight class don't matter." It does.
My god,
10 pounds matters a lot.
Fuck
10
yeah,
pounds. 10 pounds.
Hell yeah.
Let alone 50.
Fuck yeah.
100.
I mean, you see it. They don't have weight classes in fighting sports for no reason.
Like it's die.
Yeah, I mean, you could use the easiest example would be I'll use the UFC because that's more my background, would be Francis Ngannou fighting Demetrius Johnson. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's so stupid. This is 265 pounds of nothing but Cameroon muscle that throws the meanest right hand that you'll ever see.
Fucking monster.
Yay.
Like, I get it if you're like, okay, Bruce Lee versus a bodybuilder just out there in the world. Like, I get it. He's Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck you up. You don't know how to fight.
Yeah.
But if you put Bruce Lee against Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson's gonna mop Bruce Lee.
Oh,
I'm sorry to say that, but Bruce Lee wouldn't hurt Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're built
once
different.
Tyson landed,
oh God,
even if Bruce Lee blocked it, it would destroy him.
Oh fuck yeah, you can only take so much punishment.
I spar you spar everyone from light to heavyweight to get used to certain things. You spar a heavyweight to get used to the power.
Yeah.
You spar a lightweight to get used to the speed.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, when you're sparring a lightweight, you can't hit them as hard, because if you do, and I've learned this from my own experience, you know what I mean? You hit them, they'll go too far from the ring, and then you can't use a combo. It's a one punch thing, and you're like, oh fuck, my bad, bro. Like,
yeah,
we way different.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't believe
that makes sense.
That shit.
I've never thought of it in that way though. Like putting it in that light where, especially in a sparring setting, when you're fighting somebody significantly lighter than you, I didn't ever think a bit about the fact that they're gonna be further away from you, so you're not able to work on some of the stuff that you'd want to work on. And I'd imagine it would be the same way in a fight. Yeah, it would be cool. The end goal is to put them out, but if you're hitting them once and they're getting out of your range, you have to reset the range, and then you got to restart over again. And if it's that way constantly, you can't ever find a rhythm.
Yep.
And it's hard to pick your shots and be able to start stacking up damage.
You want to set your range.
Yeah,
you want to set everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what the jab is. Most people don't know. Like, they think everything's a jackhammer, but sometimes you feather dust just to keep them right where you want them. Do it again, and do it again. Then their hands go there, and then you drop the big one.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And it's like you said, and the jab works in two ways, in the fact that it can be used offensively, but it's also beautifully defensively to get somebody off of you. Yeah. Like, get out of my face, get out of my face.
Or just keep them mentally busy.
Yeah,
they can't
exactly.
come up with a plan if your fist is in their face.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why you see it so common with guys like Max Holloway and the Diaz brothers. Is these are guys that they're just going to keep hitting you. They're throwing like 40% every time. Bang, bang, bang. Because it's constantly keeping you thinking. And like you said, yeah, exactly. You can't get a rhythm in tone. You can't think about what you want to do next when you constantly have somebody fucking punching you in the face.
Yeah.
Like that, you're going to get pissed off. And that's the reason the Diaz brothers do it so well, is because they do it to a point where it starts to annoy you. And then their antics come in. And now you're getting even more and more flustered. And then you're in a situation you don't want to be in.
Oh, yeah. Because then either they're throwing some heavy stuff, or then they grapple you.
Yeah.
The Diaz brothers are phenomenal at both.
Yeah. You're going to get pissed off. You're going to do something out of desperation to get the frustration to end. And you're going to start acting out of character. And most of the time when it comes to the UFC, you're going to start wrestling. And like Nate Diaz says with Conor McGregor, oh, you're a wrestler now. Yeah. And then taps him out. Like, don't, those fighters that use pace as a weapon, those ones are so fucking dangerous. I mean, you could go through the list. You got Colby Covington, the Diaz brothers, Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski. Like, there's guys all over the place that use it.
Well, Mikey Garcia did that. He would take the first 3 rounds just to analyze you. All he used was the jab. And he would beat dudes with just a 1-2. 1-2 combination. Just boom, boom. Take a second. Boom, boom. Angles and shit. You're like, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, why are you so patient? But it's effective.
Yeah.
Canelo's patient.
Yes.
He just watches you.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And then once he sees that opening, bang, he's on it.
He broke, what's his name? He broke that dude's face.
Yes. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the name. But that's some vicious shit.
Insane. That is insanely hard to do.
Yeah, yeah. Because actually, that's kind of funny. I was just talking to my buddy about this. Do you know who Yoel Romero is in the UFC? He's now in Bellator, but he used to be So there was a story. He fought a guy. I want to say it was Vitor Belfort.
Okay.
And dude kicked him in the head.
Right.
Knocks him out. But he broke his orbital.
Ooh, yeah, the same break.
Yes.
Orbital break.
And he broke the orbital. Dana's like, all right, cool, get him on the ambulance. Let's get him to the hospital. And Yoel Romero literally looks like he was built out of granite. Like, there is nothing that is wrong with that man. Like, he literally looks like a Greek god. And he's from Cuba, so the genes are just insane. And gets kicked in the head, breaks the orbital, or gets knocked out, goes back to the hospital. The doctors are looking at him, and the doctor pulls Dana to the side. When did this guy break his orbital? No more than an hour ago. You're fucking lying to me. Why? He's already healing.
Oh.
They're like, that break should not be healing right now.
Yeah.
Like, he shouldn't start healing until we get it set.
Right.
So they had to re-break his orbital and set it. And then while they were re-breaking the orbital, they were doing their inspection of the eye, make sure that no bones splintered off and damaged the eye.
Yeah.
Yay. And they were looking, and they're like, where the fuck did you find this guy? And they're like, oh, he lived in Cuba, migrated to France, and we found him on an underground link. And they're like, yeah, you found somebody that is not human. They're like, what do you mean? The tendons that connect his eyeball to his brain are 3 times the size of an average human.
What
like the
fuck?
tensile strength is so much higher. They're like, I don't care if you hit him with a fucking car directly in the face. He's never going blind.
Holy shit.
And then you've heard guys that fight him, and they're just like, this is insane. Like, you kick him in the leg, and he's not checking the kick, and it's like you're kicking a steel pole.
Built different. There are dudes that you fight like that are built different.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
And because there was this one shorter dude, he was probably, dude, he was short. So, like, I'm like, what, 6'1"?
Mm-hmm.
This dude's like 5'8".
Oh, shit.
And to weigh the same, you're built like a boulder.
Oh, hell yeah.
Built like a boulder.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I drill my jab. I don't give what anyone says. Like, my pops taught me, you drill every shot. Every shot you drill it. So that's what my stamina's built for. Even though I said you can feather dust stuff.
Yeah.
I was taught not to. But, like, so I'm like, I got you. I like to set the pace and throw the first punch. I like to run out, boom, drill you in the mouth. Because then you're like, oh, I have to respect this dude's jab.
Yep.
Right off the rip.
Yep.
I drilled this dude. I hit him hard, bro. I put everything I had into that jab. This man's neck didn't move. This man's shoulders didn't move. His placing of his feet didn't move. And I was like, I hate you right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it felt like I hit a coconut when I hit his head.
Yeah, just a big-ass head.
I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, yeah. There's those guys that you're just like...
Knocked him down the second, but I was pissed on why the fuck he wasn't moving. And so but it makes you hit him harder.
Yeah, and after a while, it starts to frustrate you because you're like, what the fuck, dude? I just hit you with my shot. Bro. I hit you with my shot, and you seem totally unfazed. Because you'll see it in all sorts of different sports. I mean, you've got to imagine, I'll use the Fury Wilder fights. You've got to imagine after that first fight, and you can see it. Anyone that is in the know knows. That first fight with Fury fucked Wilder. It fucked Wilder because he put him down with his heaviest shot, and he got up like a goddamn mummy, and he was just like, what the fuck?
I think that's partially it, but I also think that it's Wilder's fault.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's why, though. Like, it's because he's only went through boxing, like his whole boxing career hasn't been fundamentally built.
Oh, nope.
It's just because he's born with God-given knockout power.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So that's what he relies on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, if you boxed him, because in the I think the third, he was boxing him the first 3 rounds.
Oh, yeah. He was using the jab flawless.
Fucking up Fury.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was lighting him up. And I was like, oh, shit, maybe he has a shot this one. Maybe he takes this one.
Yep.
And then, but Fury started laying on him.
Yep.
I was like, damn, bro. I wish Wilder gained more weight to his frame. He put out everyone. Do you see how, like, he's big as is?
Yeah.
But, like, bro, put 20, 40 more pounds on your frame.
Yeah, he fought, I think the first time, if I'm not mistaken, that he fought Fury was like 245, 252 in that range.
Yeah.
Wilder walked in at, I think, 212, like 207, 212. Like that, we were just talking about it. Even though they're fighting in the same weight class, that much of a weight gap is difficult to deal with. It's the same thing with Stipe and Francis Ngannou when they fought the second time. Francis walks in 265 when he weighed in. When he walked into that cage, that motherfucker was not 265 pounds.
No,
that was
bro.
like easily 280, 285 minimum.
A lot of boxers do that.
Yeah.
I think Earl Spence does that, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Earl Spence,
because he gets
big. He
big.
walks around 160. You could
Yeah.
nut, bro.
Yeah.
No flipping way. That dude's like 185.
Oh, easy. Easy. I mean,
he's a monster. All respect to Earl Spence.
Earl
He's
Spence
a
is
monster.
the man, bro.
Man survived that terrible car crash. You see that?
Yeah, the one where he hit something and then like flipped the fucking
Like
car
12 times.
Yay. That man's just built different.
And went to fight like a little bit after that. He had a fight with Danny. Danny, who am I thinking of? He fought after that, and it's a good name to fight. He wasn't fighting no bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
no taxi driver. You know what I mean? Like he was fighting a good fighter, and he won. Earl Spence is good.
Yeah, Earl Spence is the man, which is why I was pissed because Bear and I were talking about it. I want to say it was like November. The report came out that they were trying to do they were finally going to try and do the Earl Spence Bud Crawford fight. And then that fell apart, and I was just so fucking heartbroken.
That's gonna be good.
Oh my God! If they ever pull their head out of their ass and let that fight happen.
Oh, there's in that weight division and in Ryan's weight division, there are so many matchups that you can do that would be glorious. And I don't get why they haven't done it yet. This is why I love like back when Tyson fought, because promoters really did have control, and they're like, "You're fighting him. You can't say anything about it. You're fighting him."
Yep. And the undefeated record didn't mean as much as it does now in boxing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because you had guys like Fury or Tyson. He was fighting everybody. I mean, you had Lennox Lewis fighting everybody. I mean, you had George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. Like, you had these guys that were fighting everybody.
Tyson
no
was
questions
everyone. He was
asked.
208.
Yeah.
Tyson was 208 fighting in the heavyweight division. He was at the bare minimum for him.
Yay.
Knocking dudes out.
Cold. Like, making them forget what their fucking name is.
Made them quit the sport of boxing, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Who was the white guy that was talking all that shit and then didn't last but maybe like...
Irish dude.
Yeah. What did he... Oh, I can't think of his name.
Forget, bro.
But that fight didn't last, what, any longer than maybe 2 minutes?
Tyson's glorious, bro.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, okay, cool.
Glorious.
And the crazy part is, in my opinion, he's even cooler now than he was when he was a fighter.
He's so chill.
He is like, and because I listened to the podcast that he did with Rogan, where Rogan's like, you don't train no more? Nah, I don't train no more. And then when he came out and said he was going to do the fight, who did he fight? The exhibition match that he did last year.
He fight?
Oh, I can think of his fucking name. I can't.
I'm spacing out, but it was a good one.
Yeah,
I'd love to watch it.
And
oh, dude, did you know that in that fight they set up? Sorry, I cut you off like that. But they set something off where Tyson couldn't like rip into him as much as he wanted.
They told him that there's no knockouts, and because originally when that came together, they were trying to get them to wear headgear in the fight, so that way Tyson wouldn't go at it.
I loved watching that fight. It's because after like when it would start, then the 2 minute mark would start to get into the third, when it would go into the 3rd minute round. Which I hate that they didn't do 3 minutes. But anyways, because you would see Tyson start to like rev up his engine like a fighter. You're like, I love this and I'm getting into it. He would have knocked him out.
Oh fuck yeah, absolutely.
Old Tyson would have knocked him out. But that's because Tyson's built different.
Oh fucking absolutely, bro. And well, what I was saying is the fact that he literally was talking to Joe, and Joe's like, oh yeah, I don't train anymore. I don't want that fire in me. And then when he came out and said that he was doing that fight, Rogan had him on again, and he was like, so what's it like? He's like, because I think he posted something on Twitter or Instagram when that fight first got announced, and he was like, I'm glad that the God of War has reignited my fires. And it's like, that's fucking intense, bro, to be in front of that guy, and you hear from all accounts, anybody that meets him and sits down and talks to him, they're like, you ever sat in a room with a lion? No. That's what it's like when you're in there with him, because all you know is the power this man is capable of and the destruction he causes. And you just sit there and he's just smoking a joint, just chilling.
Speaking of which, you see all the people Tyson fucked up at airports?
Yeah, bro, he does it so often, bro. It's like he just doesn't give a fuck. He's like,
Why
nope.
is everybody testing Tyson?
Bro, that's what I ask myself that all the time, bro. It's the same thing, like, you hear about it in normal society, the big people, like those dudes you come encounter with that are fucking huge, and they're just doing their thing, and this short dude wants to prove a point to his buddies or his girlfriend, and they go and pick the biggest dude.
It's the rich dudes that don't get set straight when they're young.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't talk to people like that, because there's that one motherfucker out there that will light you up. And too bad you ran into Mike Tyson.
Yeah, karma's a bitch, bro.
Big bitch.
like, oh my God, I would have to be. I'm sorry, there is nothing you could get me to do to fuck with Mike Tyson.
I would not fuck with Mike Tyson.
I'd be like, can I clean your shoes? Like, can I bring you a bottle of water?
$10 million sounds pretty good.
Fuck that, bro. That was like
I get knocked out by Mike Tyson for $10 million. I get knocked out.
You know what? I don't know.
I wouldn't wake up.
Are we talking Mike Tyson now or Mike Tyson in his prime?
Both.
Oh fuck no, you're out of your mind, bro.
Maybe a couple more mil. Fight young Tyson.
I'm not fighting that fucking animal, bro. No.
It took my head off.
I was
especially young. Dude, we never got the prime of Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Never got the prime of Tyson. Breaks my heart to even think about that. Because he was going into it, locked his ass up.
Yep.
And then we got out, he wasn't the same because Cuss wasn't there.
Yep. And
even after Cuss died, that shit was kind of sad. He didn't fight like he did.
No, he totally different fight
and
style.
Then he went off the rails because he started partying.
Yep.
Coke. He talks about
buying tigers.
Yeah.
Like that shit's
I don't
wild.
know. Buying tigers pretty fucking badass.
Did you hear the story about how he ended up buying a tiger?
I never heard that.
Dude, okay, so I was watching it and they had asked him like, Mike, how you're wild as fuck, dude. You had tigers.
Yeah.
Like you were basically buck naked playing with a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you want to know what's crazy? You know how I ended up getting it? And they're like, what? And he's like, he wanted a bird. He wanted like an exotic parrot.
Right.
So he knew a guy that's dealt in exotic animals.
Yeah.
And he's like, can you get me this bird? And he's like, yeah, man, I can get you whatever you want. I got lions, tigers, like bears. Oh my. And he was like, you have tigers?
Fucking Tyson.
He's like, you have tigers. He's like, yeah, I could get you tigers tomorrow. He goes, fuck the bird. I want tigers. And I was like, that's just how wild Mike Tyson is. That's literally how it went. He was talking to a guy trying to buy a bird because everyone knows Mike loves the birds.
I could see Mike hearing some ironic shit.
Yeah.
Like, tigers, lions, and bears, oh my. And then being like, you really got tigers though?
Yeah.
You
Like,
got tigers though?
how much you charging? I'll buy some. And then like a week later, he has fucking tigers. Like, this is crazy, bro.
I love that movie, fucking Hangover.
Yeah, when you see him and he's got the
and he
fucking
knocks him
tiger.
the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Bro, oh my God. Bam! Fucking knocks him out, bro. Oh my God.
Imagine
the fucking tooth just goes flying
I'm
through the air,
just
bro.
saying, like being able to tell that story would still be pretty bad.
Oh,
I got
hell
knocked out
yeah.
by Mike Tyson,
Fuck
bro.
yeah. Well, that was like my buddy was asking me because I was talking to him about Francis Ngannou because I don't know if you saw, but when he fought Stipe the first time, I think it was 2018. Dana sent him to their testing facility to test out certain things for him because the dude folds people like a piece of paper. It's wild.
Oh God.
And they had him punch like the punch machines that they use.
Right.
And they came out and were like, Dana was before the presser had started. Hey guys, we got new information on Francis. We already cleared it with him. Francis's right hand is the equivalent of being hit by a Ford Fiesta going as fast as it possibly can.
Yeah, bro. Did you know that they did that shit? They fucking in the Rocky movie. A lot of dudes fucking say that heavyweight dudes can fucking hit like that. But anyways, for Rocky 4. So when he was training for it, Sylvester Stallone, when he was training for it, he really wanted to spar the Russian dude. He's like, I actually want to spar with you. Just I don't want it to be, look fake on camera. I want to know how you feel when you hit me and shit like that. So they spar, and he's like, no, like really hit me. He's like, okay. Boom! Drives a right hand right into his chest, folds his fucking rib cage. So they talk to the insurance company, and they're like, "This is what happened. It's on set, and this is what it was." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, we're not covering you because that's not what happened. You got hit by a truck. This is the damage that would happen after you would get hit by a truck."
Jesus
He's like, "No,
Christ.
I will send you pictures of this big, tall Russian man that just
Yay.
hit me in my sternum."
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that Ivan Drago was something else, man. But yeah, so they were telling that, and then they were like, it's the equivalent of a full-grown adult male swinging a 15-pound sledgehammer overhead with every ounce of might they have.
It's insane.
And because you watch the highlight reels of him knocking people out, like he hit Alistair Overeem with a right uppercut.
Yeah.
And literally lifts a dude that's 272 pounds off the ground.
Fucking feet.
Like that is insane, bro. And you know how he became that strong? So his whole story was he was born and raised in Cameroon, but his job once he could pick up a pickaxe, they had him working in a sand mine. So he was mining sand, and he he was tired of doing that shit, wanted to become a professional boxer because he had watched one of Mike Tyson's fights on YouTube. So he migrated out of Cameroon and got sent back to Cameroon like 5 times trying to immigrate from there to France.
Yeah. Okay.
And they kept sending him back to the goddamn salt mines. And they were like, this dude's fucking huge. Like, holy shit. And then he finally gets to France. He finally gets, I can't think of the term. And he stays there. He starts training, fights twice on the underground clip. Dana sees his knockout highlight reel on SportsCenter and is like, sign him.
Right.
Like, we're going to have him.
Right.
And now you see him, and it's just like, what the fuck,
Like,
dude?
what are you made of, bro?
Yeah, that's literally what I ask myself. And there's guys like that all over in the UFC and fighting sports in general. Like, Canelo is just built different. Like, he's not the most physically intimidating person by any means, but
Canelo's definitely like the Ali or the Tyson of this
absolutely
age of boxing.
Oh yeah, because he's the one constant. Yeah, he's the one constant. And like you see that like Kamaru Usman, he's from Nigeria. He just got flatlined on some bullshit. But
Some bullshit.
I was pissed, bro. I'll tell you the story. So it was it was my cousin's 21st birthday. So we go to Twin Peaks to watch the fights. Yeah. And we're watching the fights. Now, mind you, Kamaru Usman trains up in Golden at Team Elevation. Yeah. With Justin Gaethje and Rose Namajunas. Of course. And we're in fucking Centennial. We're watching this fight. He is destroying Leon Edwards for 4 rounds. His head constantly kept sliding off to the left down the center line, and Leon Edwards has a mean head kick. And it's the greatest motivational speech I've ever seen in between rounds, where his coach is like, you're fucking losing this fight. We've bust our ass. We've been through everything to get here, and you're giving it up. Like, put it together. Like, throw the left, throw the right, head kick off the left side.
That's
fucking
a good coach.
A minute
That's
and a
a
half.
good coach.
Yeah, minute and a half in. Fakes the left, throws the right, pulls his head back off to the left, and just head kick, boom, flat line. And it was like, oh my God, this fucking whole Twin Peaks erupts, bro. And they're like, woo! And I turned around, bro, in my drunken rage. I was like, why are you assholes celebrating? And they're like, that's crazy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. He trains in Golden, you dickhead. That's our guy.
That's our guy, yeah.
You literally just watched an English dude knock out our fucking Colorado State champion.
Bro. That's how they are. Like, people, so I invited some people over to watch Ryan versus Coolahan.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I forget the chick's name, but she was all like, which one's is the white guy the American? I'm like, no, that's the British guy. The brown one is us. That's our fighter.
That's the funny thing is when we watch the UFC fights, because they always show you the flags before we get in. If we don't know who they are, which isn't very often,
right?
We'll sit there and we'll make okay.
Well, there's an American flag and there's a British flag.
Yep. Oh my God! And they still asked if it was.
You really think the brown boy is from Britain? We're going for him. We're going for the killer.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, so we'll watch that, and we have this unwritten rule in the house where if it's like 2 guys that aren't from America and we don't know or they're not our favorite fighters, you do not pick against the Russian. Okay. Do not pick against the Russian because the Russian always fucking wins.
But that's because Russians fight for their country, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes them built like a little more dangerous.
Yeah, and their training routines.
That's their life.
Yeah.
The moment you go pro, that's your life. They're like, we're drilling it into you. You're fighting for the country, bro. Mm-hmm. You're not fighting for you.
Yep.
Because it's all, like Soviet Union. Like,
yeah.
It's all spread out evenly.
Yep.
You're going to be the same anyways. Mm-hmm. But you're fighting for the country.
Yep. Well, and that's like Habib. I don't know if you've ever seen it. So there's videos of him when he is like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, wrestling a bear, bro.
Wrestling a fucking bear.
A fucking bear.
And swimming upstream in a fucking freezing cold river in the middle of winter. Like, what the fuck?
So different.
And it's crazy to see him do that. And those guys are just like, and the way they fight is so difficult to deal with, so grappling heavy, so forward pressure, so like, hit me with whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Like you said, I'm fighting for bigger things than just myself.
Bro, I'm glad.
Like, I could give a fuck less. And like, did you hear about Khabib's last fight? When he fought Justin Gaethje? So they were fighting in Abu Dhabi, which is always where Khabib fights because he's Muslim. He saw that Justin Gaethje's dad and mom were in the crowd. And so at the end of the first round, he's got him mounted in like a top position, but he's going for the an arm lock. Mm-hmm. And he sees he sees Gaethje's mom and dad on the side of the cage, and goes, "I know this kid. He's not gonna tap. I'm gonna have to break his arm in front of his parents." So he waits out because there was only like 15 seconds left in that round.
Right.
He waits and just puts pressure on the arm to kind of get his arm not be able to function all the way, and decided that when the second round came around, he was going to do the exact same thing. The only difference was he was going to pull the arm so that way it opened the opposite side. He was going to slide and he was going to put him in a triangle choke so that way he didn't have to break his arm in front of his parents.
What an honorable.
Oh,
man,
fuck
bro.
yeah, bro.
My thought when I go into fight, this is what me and my pops talk about every time I go into fight. Fuck you, fuck your life, fuck your girlfriend, and fuck your family.
Yep.
I'll respect you after. I'll respect you before and after. The moment I step in there, fuck you and fuck your family.
Yeah, this is war. Like, this is
I'm making your mom
way.
cry when you go home.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's how it has to be, because if you're not invested, like Izzy says it all the time, if you're not willing to die, you're not willing to kill. And you have to be willing to do it because it's such a dangerous sport that everyone knows the consequences when they sign up for it. Like, there's going to be long-term effects, obviously.
I know you're coming from my head.
Yeah.
I'm coming for yours then.
Exactly. And if you're not willing to go to those lengths, you're probably going to get put the fuck out. Yeah, you're going to die. And so those guys are they're just built different,
It's
man.
such a dangerous, thing to do. If you come in and you're not about it, it's so dangerous on yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why would you do that? Like, that's why when majority of, people always, question this, behavior mentality. But, when people come into a boxing gym for the first time, you spar for the first time, you're sparring with someone that's been in the gym, put in work, you know what I mean? That dude's going to check you.
Yeah.
He's going to give you one punch, but he's going to check you.
Yeah.
And then if you show up the next day, they know you want to do it.
Yep.
Because you're like, oh, yeah, I took it. I'm going to keep going.
Yep. Yeah, because you got to really test your mettle in those environments, because, and the other thing too is people that don't practice any of the techniques in any different form of combat don't understand that when you do it in the gym, you're in a much safer environment than when you're in live action and live fire. Like, you know that, yeah, the guy is going to ring your bell, but he's doing it to make sure that you're paying attention. You're not taking pictures when you land a beautiful shot.
Exactly.
You're not being
Don't pose.
lazy. Yeah, just be on your P's and Q's. And it would be better to be hit by a guy harder than you normally would in sparring, and now you're on high alert, as opposed to him not doing it, you walking around nonchalant about the shit, you get in a cage, and like you said, you get hit with a shot that you'll never recover from. And so that's the environment it has to be in. Yeah, you might not wake up from. I mean, you see, and this is the crazy thing to me, and I had this argument, is, in my opinion, boxing is more dangerous than mixed martial arts. And the reason I say that is there aren't recorded deaths during a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
There's never been a UFC fighter that died in the cage. There's been boxers that have died in the ring. And there's been circumstances, and there are the arguments to both.
I guess it's just the brain damage.
Yeah, it could be an accumulation of brain damage in the ways that the training is obviously different.
Because I feel like, bro, with those, the smaller gloves and shit like that, you get knocked out easier. So if that's you just go to sleep.
Yeah.
But if you're taking punch to punch to punch, and you got a good chin.
Yeah.
Like in Rocky, he would have been dead after fucking one.
Oh,
you know why? Because taking those shots and your brain rattling like that. Dude, you can start bleeding in your head.
Yeah.
Never wake up the next day.
Yeah, you see it all the time. I can't think of the fighter's name for the life. I mean, yes, he died because it was a dirty fight and it was rigged. But the guy that fought the dude that had plaster in his hand wraps and ended up killing the guy that he was fighting.
I feel like trash.
Oh,
how could you do that?
Yeah, bro. That's selling your soul in that moment.
Why
for
would
whatever cost?
Don't cheat. Like, if you're gonna do it, do it on your own merits.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you don't see it in UFC. You see guys that have fought in the UFC that have passed away. But the thing is, and I kind of attribute it sometimes to the standing 8 count in boxing, is they give, when it comes to the UFC, yeah, there's refs that are bad, and they'll call it early, or you have guys like Mario Yamasaki who wait way too long, and a guy's clearly unconscious on the mat, and the dude keeps fucking hitting him.
Oh, I've seen that. That was disgusting.
And you're just like, dude, what the fuck? Like Herb Dean. Herb Dean's the best fucking judge in UFC.
He's amazing.
And he had one where the guy clearly was the fuck out, and homie let the guy hit him like 5 more times. And he got flamed for it. But it's Herb Dean. He's the gold standard. Like, that's what we look for in a UFC ref. And if I'm not mistaken, he doubles as a boxing ref as well.
He does.
And it's like that, but the standing 8 count allows a guy to look like they're all squared away and taken care of sometimes.
You could see it. Okay, so what they look for is they look for your eyes. If they're vibrating, they're concussed. Yeah.
Okay.
People don't know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that.
Concussed if it's vibrating. You can still say the same things, but if it's vibrating.
Okay.
Also, I'd say the biggest thing with deaths in boxing, another big thing is I don't like coaches that can't throw in the towel. Your fighter is not going to stop. They will go until they die in there. Don't let them.
Yeah. That's your job.
That's your job. That's exactly what it is. That's your job. Protect them when they can't.
Yep.
Throw in that towel and be like, hey, bud, we didn't look good this time. We'll come back next time.
Yeah.
We'll shape up.
Yeah, well, and the crazy thing is
I'm keeping you alive.
We'll go back to the Fury Wilder fight. When Wilder's corner threw that towel in the second fight, what was the first thing you heard about? He fired him
Immediately.
And he was one of the best boxing coaches that has ever been in Wilder's corner.
That's because Deontay doesn't like to be told what to do.
Exactly.
That's why he still hasn't got the basics down. He's like, I'm the knockout artist.
Yeah.
I can do what I want.
I'm the bronze bomber, bitch.
And he is. He's a bad motherfucker. I wouldn't step in with him.
Oh, hell
Step in
no.
with Tyson, I wouldn't step in with him. Just one shot and I'm asleep.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, still at some point, you got to humble yourself as a fighter to be like, he knows what, he's doing this for the best for me.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to a situation like that one, there needs to be time to understand the decision made in that. Because in those moments, like you were saying, they're in there and they're in a different mindset when they're in the cage or they're in the ring.
Oh, bro, it's like a switch.
Yeah, you got to, and so in that moment, when they see you throw the towel in, they're like, I'm willing to die for this. Let me go out on my shield. Yeah. You hear it all the time in all combat sports. Exactly. Let me go out on my shield. I mean, you hear it all the time.
I'm dying.
In the back room, the fighters will be like, hey, let me go out on my shield. Do not stop it until my eyes are fucking closed. Yeah. And that can come back and bite guys in the ass, and it has plenty of times. But I would say that's a big thing in boxing as well, is not the unwillingness to throw in the towel. It's also that way in the UFC as well, but you see it a little bit more often in the UFC as opposed to boxing. I think I've only seen it watching fights like maybe a handful of times. I've seen it in the UFC easily
they're so
15,
good with their
25
calls.
times. Yeah, and the thing too is it's also dependent on the relationship you have with your cornerman.
Yes, you have to be close.
Like you got to know in the back of your mind constantly they're looking out for you at all moments.
That's why I don't think I would have anyone else other than Pedro.
Oh yeah, yeah. That makes a lot of sense because he definitely
Me and him are very close.
Yeah, and just seeing his character as a coach, you know that. Yeah, he's going to push you to your absolute breaking point, but he knows what your breaking point is.
He knows what you need.
Yeah.
He's a fighter.
Yeah.
He's a bad motherfucker. He gets in there and spars with us.
Oh, no shit.
Lights us the fuck up. He's fast.
Oh, hell
He's
yeah.
Fast, bitch.
Yeah, when he was running
where I get
us.
my head movement down from now.
Oh.
You see those clips where I'm like slipping?
Yep.
That's where I'm getting it from.
Okay.
And slipping back.
Yeah, because when we went with him, because again, I think I did 4 sessions with him.
Yeah.
God damn. I was like, how old are you? And I can't remember what he told me, but I was like, bullshit. Like, the way you move, get the fuck out of here. Like, you are not that old. But it's just like Tyson. When you see him showing fighters the moves he used to use when he was in the ring, he still looks ultra fast.
So crisp, bro.
And
God, it's like riding a bike, though.
Yep, that's what I was just gonna say.
Riding a bike. It's like, even when you're not doing shit, and I don't know if anyone like follows fighters or anything like that, but when you do, like, someone will post that shit on their story where it's like, oh, me randomly through the day, and it has that fucking like shadow boxing.
Yeah, the shadow boxing. Yep.
That's, dude. It's like just muscle memory. Your muscles.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, and that's the thing that
And Tyson, it was drilled into him.
mhm.
There are so many clips of Cuss just
Oh,
drilling it into
fuck
him.
yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Who's the guy that was basically Cuz's apprentice?
Who's?
He's a coach. He does like the boxing for ESPN. He's a commentator for him. I can't think of his fucking name.
Oh, I can tell you.
Oh yeah, he was with Cuz and with Mike when they were before Mike went to prison, and then
I don't like the full.
I can't remember his name. He's got a weird like speech impediment or some shit like that. Anyways, just listening to guys like those really dig into like the sport of boxing is wild to see and to watch it. Like, because those wars are a hell of a lot different than they are in the UFC. Because you're limited. Like, there's the argument that boxing should be
different in different ways.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's the argument that I always hear from people that don't pay attention to either that boxing should be more difficult because you only get 2 weapons. You got both your hands. Everything else is
but it's a
limits.
master class at those 2 weapons.
Yep.
You're limited to it, but it's done to the point of you can use any angle you want.
Mm-hmm. And then
you have to. You don't have any other option.
Yep.
You have no other weapon.
Mm-hmm. And then in the UFC, you have everything. Everything's like you just can't soccer kick a dude in the head.
Yeah, and you can't. And they still can't like master class everything all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So no one's gonna be master class at once. That's why their stats are like something like this dude's a grappler.
Yeah, they introduced.
Kicks,
Yep. You got your
punches.
kickboxer, you got your boxers, you got your traditional martial artists, your BJJ guys.
Like Connor, bro. Connor came on the scene. He was just knocking dudes out with punches.
Yep. Yeah, he was. They considered him a traditional kickboxer, which didn't really makes a whole lot of sense to me because he doesn't like
his
early.
Wasn't really kickboxing.
Yeah, well, I think the reason they did that was because early on his opening move was always he would hit you with like a turning side kick to the abdomen and see which way you were gonna move. Because if you slid off to his left, bang, that left's coming down the tube. And that is the meanest left hand that I've ever seen in the UFC. Like, that left hand was dangerous, and he was so sharp. Bro. So sharp. And I think that's the only reason he was the only guy you've ever seen in the UFC while he was in the UFC, transition into boxing.
He was also a very smart promoter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hell yeah.
He was the Floyd of UFC.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone hated him, but you had to watch.
Yeah, you had to watch. Yeah, you whether you liked him or you hated him.
You tuned in.
Mm-hmm. And so that's his thing. Now I don't pay any fucking attention to Conor McGregor.
I don't know what happened to him, bro. Like,
broke that leg, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Oof, you see when he broke it?
A nasty break. It was his shin, right? His shin just came out from under him.
Yep.
That was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, he was like, "You didn't win, bitch." And I'm like, "Dude, stop!
And then your wife is in me DMs." Like, and once because first of all, I've got a top 3 fighter list, and it's Max Holloway, Israel Adesanya, and it's Dustin Poirier.
Hell yeah.
He's
a bad man.
Oh, bro, and he's just getting meaner and meaner. Did you watch his Michael Chandler fight?
Yes. Oh my God. He's destructive, bro. And he's so methodical. He's good at what he does.
Hell yeah, bro. In my opinion, you always have these guys that want to come out. I'm best boxer in UFC, baby. Dustin Poirier is the best boxer in the UFC.
Oh God.
By far, bro. Like, he is so
I love his style.
Nasty, bro.
Clean.
And it's in the way, because you'll notice a lot in UFC when you watch and you know what to look for. It's very head hunt heavy, especially with your hands. You'll see guys utilize like a body kick, a teep kick, and stuff like that to really kind of drop the guard a little bit. But when it comes to throwing shots, very rarely do you see guys really mix it up to the body.
Which, like, I'm not going to spite them for because nobody slips or blocks anything.
Yeah. So, but Dustin Poirier, God,
mixes it.
Damn, son, that liver shot that he's got with that right hand, and a big thing for me also that I really love to see is guys that are switch hitters. They're bistantial, and the fact that when they go southpaw or they orthodox, their toolbox is not limited to which way they stand, and that's one thing Izzy is flawless at. Like, it's so difficult too.
Especially because, like, I like to do it I like to do my first round orthodox. You know what I mean? Oh, you're used to this, whatever. Da 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 da. Southpaw, second round. Third round, now you just switch in between. You won't know what the fuck is coming.
That's a really that's a really smart way to do it because it throws off the range for them, and there's certain weapons that you're able to utilize at the right angles when you just do that switch.
I grew up watching Tyson, bro, and he would do it. He'd hit you with a right hand uppercut, and then he'd switch feet, and then hit you.
Boom! Yep.
Gorgeous.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And the shift in power just works so perfectly.
Yeah, when you've got it down that fine-tuned, because like I was saying, Izzy does it, and Izzy does it in a way that flusters people. Because you're seeing him, boom, he hits you with like a calf kick in orthodox. He lands and then is immediately in southpaw and hits you with the left straight.
Like, I don't know what it is, but like I think it's because I grew up like doing both. Because my pops like, you're doing southpaw because you're putting your power hand in front. Boom, boom. Every jab is straight power. So he taught me that way. He taught me both from like ever since I was a kid. So I never understood why it was hard for people to understand the southpaw. Like I was like, why?
Yeah,
it's the same thing, switched, same angles.
Yep.
Just flipped.
I
never got why like it's so hard for people, but it is. It is. People don't pick up on it.
Yep. I think it's the muscle memory thing because your body is so accustomed to fighting in that style and being in that pocket that once you switch it, everything feels so foreign. You're like you're accustomed to your power shot being your right hand, and now it's out front. Like some guys struggle with that, and Poirier masters it, bro. Like especially when he starts marching people down.
You gotta put double the work in for it, bro, because you gotta keep your muscles in tuned.
Yeah, but yeah, when I watched that Conor fight, the first one, well, not the first one because that was back in like 2011, but that second one. That really reaffirmed shit for me when it came to the boxing thing, because everyone knew going into that fight, there's not going to be any grappling. This is going to be a striking match, and there ain't going to be no kickboxing in this. Nope. But because Conor is got that wider stance because of the boxing, he's so susceptible to that lead calf.
Oh yeah,
bang!
Oh
and
yeah,
Jesus fuck! Nobody kicks a calf like Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier. Like the way I've seen those guys destroy legs is like gross.
Folded. He just stepped back and it folded. Yeah, it was already given out.
Yeah, like it, and the report that came out afterwards, I don't read too much into. They had said that Conor had microfractures in the front shin, trying to get his stance to go more primarily MMA, get away from that boxing. I just call bullshit. Like Dustin has such a mean fucking calf.
No one is ever 100% before fight. No one. No one is ever 100%. Fuck you. You're gonna make it up an excuse for why you lost. Get the fuck out of here. I could be like, I had a flu last night. That's why. Shut up, bro.
That was Paulo Costa. Did you hear about him? No. So the night after he got fucking destroyed by Izzy, because that is by far.
Take your loss, bro. Just be like,
he came out and was like, I couldn't sleep the night before, so I drank 2 bottles of wine, and when I got in the ring, it was over.
My God.
And so now Izzy's running thing is he calls Paulo his baby mom. He's like, ooh, every time he talks about Paulo on his YouTube channel or anything, he's got a glass of wine in his hand. Because he's the ultimate troll. Yeah. Like the absolute ultimate troll.
I like that he's a weeb.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I didn't really watch anime, and still to this day I don't really watch anime. But
that's cool.
I had like when he started talking about Toph being his favorite anime character,
and Toph goes hard.
Fuck yeah,
Toph goes hard, and that's Avatar was all based in like martial arts. Yep. They all have their own martial art form.
And so I was like, I gotta see what this guy's talking about, and I'm not even playing with you, Dan. I binge watched the Avatar.
My boy.
Like 2 days, bro. I was like, yo, and then I saw Korra was on Netflix, and I watched The Legend of Korra right afterwards, and I was like, not as good as
Korra was kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, you want to go down that tangent? In my opinion, Korra's a pussy compared to.
On God, bro.
Like how many times in her fucking show did she die and then like reincarnated? Like, bro, I ain't never see Aang die.
I don't like that shit when you start off like as the baddest motherfucker. Yep. Like, no, fuck you. Have some humbleism. Like, start your character off as they don't have shit, and then you have that grind with your audience that they're going through some hard shit to be that motherfucker. That's why Aang was so good.
I love fucking that. Like, not only is that my favorite anime, but that might be like top 3 shows I've ever watched, bro. Like,
Zuko was
Zuko.
a beast. His martial arts was sick, bro.
This is gonna sound so dumb. My favorite character was probably, I'm gonna say Sokka.
Sokka was sick though.
Like,
Sokka was
it's
sick,
so
though.
dumb, bro. He's got no powers. Like,
No, but that's what made him a G.
Yeah,
He just ran out into combat with everyone that could like throw a rock at you, bro, like a boulder,
bro.
and he just said, "I got a boomerang."
Yeah, he got a boomerang.
Like, bro.
And some of the, I'm gonna be all the way real with you to take it in a weird way. They've got some of the sexiest females in anime.
That was my type, bro. Azula was like my type as a kid. I was like, this bitch hot.
No,
it's the crazy bitches for me. I'm not gonna lie. I hated Katara.
You what?
Bitch.
She was so
She didn't
bad,
shut the fuck
bro.
up. My
She
mom
didn't.
died. My mom. Shut up, bitch. Everybody's mom died here.
Yeah, and go have nobody, bro. But Appa, so chill out.
I hated that bitch.
No, or the
Bro, you got to think about it. Look at this: Blackfire, Azula, fucking the Hex girls.
Yup.
That was all my shit. I don't know. There's something wrong with me.
That's awesome. Hey. You just got a soft spot for them, bro.
The fucked up ones. It's the fucked up ones.
Yeah, bro. I'm not even attracted to that yet. It somehow always manages to find me, bro. It never ceases to amaze.
The crazy ones?
Bro. Like, fuck yeah, bro.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Dude, I've had my car like destroyed from females,
Really?
bro. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I had a chick throw like a fucking 8-pound rock through my driver's side window and onto my windshield.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Luckily, I've never had that.
I've had a chick try and get into here.
Yeah.
Like, was pounding on the door, and I was out of town. Like, I want to see him. And I'm like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out, bro. Yeah.
I had one of my exes pull my own knife on me, but I kind of was into that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
I have been chased around the house with a knife.
I was like, someone's about to get poked right now, and it's probably not gonna be me, bitch. Like, put the knife down.
You're like, trust me, dear, you're not making me scared. If anything, you're arousing me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was like, bro, I just learned something new about myself.
He's like, oh, we're gonna try that.
You messed
later
up.
tonight. No, like those. It's just I like to see those different, like especially martial arts and all the different combat stuff utilized in shows like that.
You should watch Samurai Champloo.
You have to fucking send it to me in a text, bro. So what's it on?
Shit. I think it's on Netflix.
Ooh,
if I'm not mistaken, it's the shit.
Okay.
It's really good, and the choreography is beautiful. It's set in like Edo, Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like historically like accurate shit. No one has like superpowers or some shit, but it's
I like that.
Amazing.
Yeah, I would like that because that's the thing is I like don't get me wrong, it's cool to see shit like that. But when it's based in reality and you get a real feel for it, it's raw. It looks good. It just is all around just a beautiful product.
That's why I like low key liked early Dragon Ball and early Naruto. Even though Naruto had like jutsu at the time, they still threw hands. Like they threw hands. Like they had martial arts and it was sick.
I tried getting
Rock Lee was sick. That's why.
Oh yeah.
That's why he fucks with Rock.
Yeah, that's his favorite character, bro.
Rock Lee goes hard.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't I tried Naruto, couldn't really get into it.
It's just a thing.
Dragon Ball Z, I couldn't really get into it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll be scrolling through Facebook and I'll see a clip and I'll sit there and watch like a fucking 20-minute clip of this shit and I'm like, that's pretty hard, bro. But then I'm like, I just never nah, bro. My animation is Star Wars. Like when I watch those animes, that's what I get into.
Yeah, I actually liked one Star Wars thing I did really get into. I liked the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, my guy.
Sick. I like Captain Rex.
Captain, that's my guy. Captain Rex, bro. Well, first of all, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Like, obviously, I have a fucking Star Wars Christmas tree.
I love it.
But like that, the way because they don't really use a whole lot of actual martial arts, but when you look at the show, they use some of the
stylistically they use
mentality that comes with a lot of martial arts.
At the beginning of Star Wars, they used the sabers beautifully.
Oh,
well,
hell yeah, bro!
It was amazing.
Hell yeah! Oh man, those are the good old days.
And now just turning to like flipping, spinning shit.
Yeah, you got like, come on, man, like. Like, my favorite fights are always, like, the third movie, Revenge of the Sith, when you see Anakin turn to Darth Vader. That fight before he gets...
So good. So good.
And the way they use music to, like, get you involved in it.
So good.
Oh, my God. Like,
so good.
And, like, the crazy thing is, like, most people don't know. So, if you've seen the first one, The Phantom Menace, when Obi-Wan's master gets cut in half by Darth Maul, the name of that song is called The Duel of the Fates. And the reason they have it named The Duel of the Fates and the way the song goes the way it goes is because Anakin obviously is the chosen one. He's a slave. He's never had a dad because he was birthed through the Force. He needed a father figure, especially being a young man. And so when he first met Qui-Gon, there was immediately that connection. And the way Qui-Gon was, because they considered him a gray Jedi, which means he doesn't follow the new Jedi rules. Like, he goes by the way of the Force, not by the way of the Order. And so that was the way Anakin needed to be trained. And the reason it was Duel of the Fates was had Qui-Gon won, Darth Vader would have never existed. And so just to see the fine details in that is just fucking beautiful.
Do you read the comic books on fucking Star Wars?
No, I have not ever, like, gotten into reading the comic books for it, but I read a lot of the books that they read on it, and I've watched every TV show they've ever made, probably about 27.
That's what's up. I was just saying, because you were talking about, fighting in powerhouses. Darth Vader is a big powerhouse and they don't show it in cinema. Like, you can't.
The only one they did it right was Rogue One at the very end with the hallway
scene. Oh my God, beautiful. And a wonderful movie too.
Oh, hell yeah.
That
all in all,
encapsulated it amazingly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they did to the franchise now, but that movie was amazing.
They're actually doing 3 more movies, and they're set to be coming out 2024, 2027, 2030.
For real?
Yeah, and the guy that did Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder, Taika Waititi, he's doing all 3.
Oh, shit.
So I'm interested to see how it goes, but, like, the way they use
Thor Love and Thunder was shit.
I'm with you. I'm with you,
and
bro.
It could have been 2 separate great movies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, I read those comic books. I read the 2 stories that they're based on. They would have been great separate.
Yeah, Gore the God Butcher did not do what I wanted him to do. There was a lot of stuff they didn't.
That's because it wasn't, like...
But it's 2.5 hours. The
seriousness wasn't there for his character.
And that's the big knock against having Taika do another one.
Yeah.
Is, do you want somebody that brings the lightheartedness to a character such as Thor, who's lost everybody and everything?
Should have had a dark movie.
Yay. Like, if they unleashed, like, if they were to do... Like, had they done Gore the God Butcher...
The other topic was dark. She had fucking cancer.
Yeah. Like, they made that almost lighthearted in the fact that he was like, I love you, like, I want to work this out, like, don't pick up the hammer. Like, yes, that is a critical part of the Mighty Thor saga, but you need to, like, make it understand that this is, like, real shit.
You could have taken time with that. That's why I said 2 separate movies.
Oh, absolutely.
Take time with both of those plot lines, and it would have been phenomenal.
Oh yeah, especially with Gore, like because they built the character.
The comic book is amazing.
Oh fuck yeah!
Phenomenal,
I didn't read it, but I listened to it because there was a guy that does the voice acting on it.
Yeah.
Yay! Comic Storian is his name.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, and I listened to the whole Gore the God Butcher series from him, and I was like, dude, if they make another Thor, they need to make it about him, and they need to make like 2 of them. Yeah. Like, they didn't ever do the God Bomb. You never saw old like King Thor. Like, you could have seen young old Thor, King Thor. Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, come on. And no Throg. Like, you already got Throg in fucking Loki. Like, you could have just thrown him in as a cameo. Yeah. Like, there's Throg. But no, those ones are really good. But
shit.
Back to Star Wars.
I'm a comic fucking nerd, bro.
Who's your favorite comic book hero?
Comic book hero?
Or no, comic book character.
Shit, bro. Does this include manga? Or are we just talking comics?
Just comics.
All right, just comics. Growing up, I had 2.
Okay.
It's fucking weird how they're very similar.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like a lot of people.
Yes.
Spider-Man. I thought he was brown. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, there is one that's brown.
Animated series. I thought he was a little dark, a little on the dark side. I thought he was brown.
He said he spent a little too much time in the oven.
Oh God, I was like, but why is his grandma so white? But anyways, the other one was Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had
respect
the video game on the PlayStation with I forget what it is. It's Marvel's, and it had all the heroes.
Ultimate Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance.
Yep.
I saw Deadpool and I was like, I like this dude.
Yep.
I had ADHD as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he's retarded. I like him.
Yeah, he's a favorite of mine. Mine would be, so I'm not in the Marvel DC for my favorite. My favorite's Spawn.
Spawn is sick. Spawn is gnarly.
Spawn is so fucking
So many
badass.
good comics have come out of a Spawn comic.
And then I would probably say
Batman's good though too.
Batman's good.
It depends on who's writing him.
Yeah, it depends on who's writing him. I would say probably Spawn far and away my favorite, and then if I had to pick a second one, I would probably say Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider's sick.
Like those two are fucking badass, bro. Like I've probably got like, well, the book on the counter is 180 Spawn comics.
Okay.
And then I've got like 7 or 8 more in my bedroom, and just reading it, that dark storyline and the way the comic got started, like the way Image came together and that whole storyline, because the guy that wrote Spawn, like the most successful Hulk, Spider-Man, Captain America, and Green Lantern books were all wrote by and illustrated by Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, he's so
and they were like, "No, we don't like the way you do this." And he eventually got a group of writers and was like, "Fuck this! I'll pay for everything. You guys do whatever the fuck you've ever wanted to do. Don't bring me back any money.
Yeah.
Don't ask me if that's all right. Do what you want to do. If it's successful, it's successful. If you want to go back and work for Marvel, be my guest. I am not." And just seeing that and the similarities, like a lot of the stuff that he draws from is actually his own life that he's dealt with.
That's amazing.
So it's super easy to relate to in the storyline and just how goddamn dark it is.
I also really like Watchmen.
Watchmen's incredible.
What's his name? Rorschach.
Rorschach. Oh
Amazing
my
character.
God, that one is incredible. Like I literally had seen the film once, didn't realize that it was based on comics.
Oh.
Went back when I got a little bit older, watched it again, and I was like, yo, my favorite's Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan's sick. He's back in the comics.
Oh, is he?
He's like a god in the DC universe now.
Oh, see, and that was the other thing I didn't realize for a long time until I watched it the second time and you watch that intro to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I never even realized that was DC.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe this is like Spawn and then DC. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. I never knew. Because DC, I'll give DC their props. They are a lot darker than Marvel sometimes.
I like, bro, and that's where, like, I think they're fucking up with, like, the cinematic universe.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to be too much like Marvel.
Yes.
Because their animated movies and their animated films are amazing.
Oh, yeah. The only thing that Marvel does better, in my opinion,
I even hate
than
it.
DC is the films.
Yeah.
The comics are better.
Mm-hmm.
The stories make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
The character involvement and engagement across everybody makes more sense. The way they have it compartmentalized, in the fact that you got the JSA, you got the Justice League, you got all these different subgroups in DC, and the way they make it easy for people to understand is just like,
Fluid.
God damn. Yeah, it's fluid, bro. The way it moves is just, it's so wonderful. They just have had a terrible time making movies. And the thing, you know what, my personal opinion, the reason that is, they can't fucking find the right actor they want for Batman. Because when you think DC, you think Batman, you think Superman. And they have struggled.
I don't know, because I really liked, what's his name? Ben Affleck. I really liked him as Batman. I think they got a shitty script. Because I also love the actor who played Superman in that film.
Henry Cavill is awesome. You see they just
script.
fired him?
Because there's some good actors. Yeah, I did see that. I was fucked up.
Yep.
Because, like, even with the Amazing Spider-Man, like, what's his name? Who plays that one? Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield plays Amazing Spider-Man.
He's a
Yep.
wonderful He's a wonderful actor. He's a wonderful actor.
He is the best Peter Parker, in my opinion.
2 shitty movies.
Yep. Terrible
Because
scripts.
they don't know how to fucking write a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, because Toby's was awesome. And then
Toby's amazing.
Andrew's.
That's my Spider-Man.
That's your favorite Spider-Man?
That's my Spider-Man. That and the animated series in, like, 90s.
Okay.
My Spider-Man.
I see, in my opinion.
I also fuck with the 2099 Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. I love the guy
That's
that
an
plays
actual
him.
boomer.
Yes. Well, the guy that voices him is the guy that plays Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Oscar
Yeah,
Isaac.
yeah.
And that's another. Or, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm changing my superhero or my favorite comic character. Moon Knight is number 2.
Moon Knight's number 2.
Moon Knight is, first of all, I love Egyptian mythology.
Okay.
And the another thing for me that I really fuck with is the fact that they get into the mental health.
Yeah.
With him.
Sick.
And the
In
way
the comics, it's amazing.
Oh
I didn't like the show that much.
What?
I do love the comics.
The comics were great. I loved the show.
Really? Okay.
I didn't have a single complaint with that show because the way they kept it so ambiguous.
Yeah.
And it was like everyone knew going into it. Why is there only 2?
Yeah.
Like where's the third one?
Yeah.
And then at the very end of the show, you see the third one
I didn't
come.
get that far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I don't want to spoil much
Maybe
for
I gotta
you.
go back. I don't care about spoilers.
But
I'm not that. Kind
basically, the guy Ethan
still
Hawke
watch it.
plays,
Yeah.
the bad guy.
Okay.
He ends up. He ends up recreating the. I think her name was what, Amit.
Okay.
Yeah, Amit. He brings back Amit. She fights Khonshu in downtown Cairo over the Great Pyramid. Like, they're going at it massive, bro. They are on, like, kaiju fucking size. Beating the shit out of each other as Moon Knight and the Scarlet Scarab are fighting Ethan Hawke. And they're all going ham. And then fucking all out of nowhere, he does the whole... And fucking the screen fades to black and comes back and he's holding the guy's axe over it to his neck and the guy's unconscious and he's like, Mark, was that you? No. Was that you? And they're like, who was that? And so they end up taking that guy to a mental health hospice. Yeah. And then you see at the very end of the cutscene, like this guy's starting to speak French and wheels his wheelchair out and puts him in a car. And on the back, it says his name. I can't think of his name right now. And he sits him in the back of the car next to Khonshu. And Khonshu's like, see, I told you I would never be done with you. And he goes, well, where's Mark? And he goes, we're not worried about Mark right now. I already made a deal that I wasn't going to be with Mark anymore. But he forgets I have another one, too. And you see him turn around, and he's in the taxi cab outfit and just shoots him in the fucking head. And he kills him. I was like, whoa. Yeah, bro. I was like, all right, cool. And then it plays the theme music throughout the whole show as he drives off.
Okay, great actor that did phenomenally in a movie. Michael B. Jordan, Black Panther, Killmonger.
Oh.
That was, personally, that was my hero in the movie. I'm not going to lie.
He's got the right mission, bro. Like, I agree.
I fuck with it.
Like,
even all the scars. I was along
for the mission,
I was along for the cause.
Like, that... he played it so well, bro. And I haven't seen the new Black Panther. I just haven't had the goddamn time to go and see it.
I don't want to.
You don't? That makes sense, though. I want
that shit.
I want to see it.
Just because, like, I don't know. I guess I'll have to. Maybe I'll have to. I gotta see what it's about.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But, like, I guess it's just on my own assumptions. It looks like the brown people are the bad guys again.
From my understanding,
I guess it's not, because I've heard differently.
Yeah.
They work together at the end.
Yeah, that's what I heard
cool.
as well.
That would be cool, but I gotta check it out, because, like, Loki, kind of,
yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean,
also, though, the casting for the fucking Aztec god was shit. Get someone big, buff, and fucking swole if you're gonna claim to be a god. Bitch.
Yeah,
Your beer belly ass bitch.
Yeah, I was like, well, see, I had a buddy that
Canelo in here right now.
I had a buddy who was pissed because he was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's Atlantis. From all accounts, Atlantis is Greek.
Yeah.
Is like Greek.
I agree with you.
And so why are we making it like Aztec? And I didn't have a complaint with it because I also fuck with Aztec culture.
I do.
And that in the way they took that, I was like, oh hell yeah, this is fresh. Like I've never seen this before.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't, because in the comics it's like Atlantis. It feels too easy. It feels like a layup line. Like, oh cool, you found this guy on Atlantis that nobody knows about that has fucking dope powers.
I guess so, but also like being like stuck on shit like that. Like, I feel kind of like get this shit right.
That makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. I could definitely understand that for sure because I've heard it both ways. Like they're like, oh yeah, we're proud to see a representation of us in such a big film, And then I've also had people like yourself that said, if you're gonna fucking do it right. Don't half-ass it.
Fucking mark.
And so I definitely understand it either way. But
that's because I want to. I'm low key side project right now. I'm starting up a.
I know.
Short film.
Yeah. What are you doing it about without spoiling too much? Like what genre? What genre would it be?
Genre? It's like more like adventure.
Oh,
adventure
okay.
And like action.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
That'd be
people are
dope.
liking it, and it's. I think people would like it. People like action right now, but it's also in the sense of, let's say, so ice caps melt, right? Ice caps melt.
Okay.
And so what this does, it leads to, wars over land, over plot of land, over food, over resources, and all that kind of shit, right? So it leads to kind of the downfall of man, right? But I had it to where it floods certain parts. I'm not gonna.
Don't give too much away.
Anyways, but the plot is about like, it's a big an adventure. It's kind of where society has to be pushed back to the point of where they use horses and boats and all this kind of shit, but they still kind of have some regions still kind of have guns. They still kind of have tanks and shit like that. So it's in the future, but it's also kind of
in the past.
Yeah,
that's
also
tight.
Different regions. I set off to go into depth on everyone's background. And how they all interact as.
What's the ETA on this?
ETA, let's see. I'm really hoping to get a recording by next summer. Like actual film. I want to get a trailer done definitely a trailer done by next year.
Okay.
And hopefully it gets Kickstarter, and then we'll get the film pushed. Short film, get that done, and I want to get that pushed to Netflix to have a show.
That would be fucking dope.
Yeah, bro.
Because that idea, it actually sounds fire, bro.
Yeah, bro. I have a whole script written out. I got the fucking, what is it called when you do the drawings and shit?
Oh yeah, your renderings and stuff.
No, fucking storyboards.
Oh, storyboard. Yeah.
For the whole thing out, I have.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
Choreography for fight scenes. I went into depth about that shit. I wanted to make the speaking feel natural. You know what I mean?
Not so forced and labored.
Yeah, and I also have different languages in there, so I'll have to use subtext for that shit.
That sounds fucking dope, though, bro.
Yeah.
That sounds
I feel like
super
when people
fire.
come from different regions, they're not all going to speak English.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you going to go to space and someone speaking English? Fuck
yeah, well, I don't know what they speak. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
That would be, and it's so inclusive when you do it that way as well. Fuck yeah. No, that sounds.
So it's a very big project, but I'm definitely pushing forward to it. I'm very excited.
Yeah, bro, that sounds super dope.
Honestly, low key, like a big dream of mine is like I would love to do directing and like script writing, films and stuff like that. So hopefully, what it is I want to get it as it's gonna be more or less like a pilot episode.
Yeah.
To send to like streamed platforms, Netflix.
Yeah.
Hulu,
Yeah.
And whoever picks it up, I'll take it.
Yeah, in the studios and
such.
I
can get a chance to do it, I'll do it.
Fuck yeah,
I have the whole
amazing.
first and second season planned out. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have it. You have to have that idea materialized to you, and it can't be forced. And you gotta be, and the time you take to really fine tune it, it is really where you get your success from.
And I did go into like depth, like I wanted to create a whole world. A whole world, bro. Like it's believable that exists.
Yeah.
So, and it also goes very into depth about like everyone's culture because I wanted to respect it to its fullest. I went very into depth of studying shit.
And that's doing
Norse
it the right way.
And Azteca or like samurai, Japanese. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Depth about everything.
That's fucking fire, bro. No, that sounds like it would be super successful too.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, paying homage to the cultures you're drawing from and really getting an in-depth look and an understanding.
Yeah, because I also feel like Hollywood does very broad strokes with what they want to represent, which is cool. It really is. You have a film to do it in. But like even with Black Panther, like a lot of their stuff is kind of just like America's understanding of Africa. There's some in-depth stuff that you could do, which it's little pieces from individual tribes that you're making up to make a made up tribe.
Yeah.
But it's also like
you could base it in reality.
Yeah, you do a little better.
Yeah, absolutely. And because you got films where they do that. And
I
then
did love Black Panther though. First one was amazing.
the first one
I
is
should watch the second one.
awesome.
Yeah, that's how big this was.
But yeah, I want to see the second one again. I haven't been in a huge rush for it. At this point, I might as well just wait till I can buy the shit.
Not gonna lie, Michael B. Jordan pulled me into the first one. See them boobies?
That man was yoked.
He was
Oh
built
my
different.
God. Yeah, and then it's the same for Creed. Like, geez.
Creed, bro.
Fuck,
Man
dude.
put on pounds and he looks amazing. He was at Canelo's fight with Beeble.
Oh, was he?
Because Canelo's in the next movie.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm going to have to see that then. I'm going to have to go back and watch the second one, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's an amazing actor, and that'd be cool. So is that basically like long-term goal then for you? Is to be like a big producer, basically?
I would hope so. Yeah, that'd be
like
amazing.
James
That'd be
Cameron.
amazing. And if not, like, just like a big goal, like, maybe like just to do it on the side or something like that, get some creativity like freely flowing. Because I don't know, I really like it. I really like storytelling.
Yeah.
I really like adapting that kind of stuff. There's an own currency that I made up for that shit.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Oh.
And like different values of stuff in certain regions. It was pretty hard to do, but I fucking went full into depth.
Yeah,
I didn't wanna
that
leave
sounds.
anything out.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. Honestly, bro,
I
that
went
sounds
into
like a
maps
blast.
and saw how wind currents would work for how a ship would get where in a certain amount of days and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
That's really dedication. Like to be able to, because you know damn good and well. I'm sorry, ain't no movie producer doing that. Like you're just because you see it all the time. You have.
I'm a person that likes to pick apart films. If you have flaws, I'm gonna be like, fuck.
Yep.
Like that's wrong. But if I can get I like to get that shit down. I like that in-depth shit because I overthink shit. So if I can make a film for people that think like me, it'd be cool.
Well, I mean, you look at it with like guys like Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino,
Tarantino, he's by all accounts a huge movie fan,
legend.
but he's also a huge cinema critic.
Oh yeah.
And that's why he has such a catalog of just impactful movies.
Oh, shit. Did you see the fucking posters that I had made for that shit? Like just to see how they would look and shit like that.
I think I came across what a while.
There's one of them.
Oh, that's fucking tight, bro.
Yeah, they even got the earring in there on that shit and everything.
That's fucking sweet.
Did this one.
Damn. No, that's cool as fuck. Did you do that yourself?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Snapchat.
No shit.
On fucking God. I'm not gonna lie to you. So this is one of my poses that I hit in the gym.
Okay.
Crop that shit out.
Uh.
Slap that shit on the background. Do some words in. There was some filters that I had to do to make sure match lighting and shit like that and all that kind of stuff. But yeah.
That's fucking
God.
fire, bro. Yeah, because I got to get somebody in here to do my logos and shit.
If anyone wants to see this, I'll send it in.
Yeah, we'll
send it to you
we'll
and shit.
plug it on
Yeah.
on the description and shit like that for
It's called
sure.
Dead in Water.
Yes.
I named it that for another specific reason. Because dead in water is like the definition of being dead in water. Like, leave that person alone. They're doomed to fail anyways.
Yeah.
They're a loser.
Mm-hmm.
So the main cast, that's what they're seen by society as. The losers.
Yeah, the misfits.
Yeah, the misfits. So it's dead in water. They're dead in water. Both ways. Because they sail on shit.
Yeah. That's
Had a
fucking
double
genius.
There's
That
more stuff like that in it.
that's what I enjoy, bro. Because across all medias, music, movies, comic books, video games, TV shows, when you're able to have those tie-ins, those very subtle tie-ins, you just kind of it pays dividends for the people that are paying attention. They're like, oh shit, they're paying attention to me, paying attention to them,
Bro.
and so it gives credit and homage to the audience that's really paying attention to the craft they're putting out for sure.
For sure.
But yeah, bro, I'm sure you got shit you got to get done today. I'll let you run.
Fuck
Yeah, bro. We'll do it
We
again.
were just ranting about some shit.
Yeah,
I'm so
that's
down.
how it is, bro. That's how it is.
Yeah, I'll
But
stay
yeah,
on
I
this
appreciate
shit.
you, Dan. It was
Fuck
good
yeah,
seeing
bro.
you, bro. Keep doing your
We'll
boxing.
get you in on the fucking film, bro.
Oh, bro, I'd be
Fuck
too
that.
with it. I'd be
About-
too with it.